Hi everyone, my name is Jagmolu Kolaole. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm not here to force my opinion on you, but I'm here to make you think on important things. And trust me, you'll be doing the both of us a whole lot of favor by clicking on that subscribe button. So please go ahead and click it. As a child that grew up in an environment where the primary language of communication was Yoruba language, I didn't have difficulties conversing in Yoruba language. I spoke with friends and relatives in Yoruba language so fluently that I didn't bother about the grammar, about the vocabulary, and so on, which are very important anyways. But as I got to school, Yoruba became something different. The school Yoruba became something different from the real Yoruba, and it started becoming abstract to me, and Yoruba started becoming more difficult. Of course, I still spoke Yoruba at home, but it's made it appear as if there is something different. Now, this is the point, that our educational system is way too formal. That's the point I'm trying to make here. Now, our educational system shouldn't be an abstract word, shouldn't be something different from our realities. And I think our educational system has been successful in portraying itself as being abstract and as being different from our realities. But our educational system should be an extension of our experiences, an extension of our day-to-day experiences. Now, the Yoruba that I always speak at home, the Yoruba I speak with, that I converse with my friends with, should be the same Yoruba I learn in school, but I should learn it better in school. That's what school should be about. It shouldn't be a place where I start to see knowledge as something abstract and something different from what I actually do. Now, another instance I would like to state is a secondary school, probably a science student, that had a plate broken from her hand. She was holding the plate and the plate slipped. Now, two things has occurred there that is applicable in physics. One is friction and the second is gravity. And it's possible for such an individual to have experienced such a thing and still not understand gravity and friction in school. Now, he's seeing physics, he or she is seeing physics as something else different from what happens in a day-to-day or his day-to-day experiences. But physics should be an extension of what happens every day. Physics is an extension of what happens every day. Mathematics is an extension of what happens every day. English is an extension of how we relate with each other, how we express our thoughts, how we express our minds with each other. Now, the point I'm trying to make here is that we should tone down the formality of education. The standard of education increases when the formality is reduced. Remember, the whole essence is understanding. The whole essence is not to make it look like a big thing. It's not by being big that it's effective. It's by it attaining its purpose. And what's the purpose we are talking about here is the advancement of knowledge and the dissemination of truth, in the word of John F. Kennedy. So I here am proposing to probably a student or a teacher that you tune down the formality of education. Try and make students see things as an extension of what they do day in, day out, and not as something we only find in textbooks, not as something that was just proposed by one Scottish philosopher or one British scientist or one Italian sculptor. It should be something we do day to day. So I'm proposing this to everyone, and as a student, probably you've gone too far, or you think you've gone too far. You haven't. Start saying things you've learned then. Start saying things you've been taught from the angle of things that you do day in, day out, things you do every day, and then it becomes a whole lot easier. Let me give another instance now. Writing, for instance, we could assign brilliant students who could use better grammar, or who understand verb, noun, adjective, adverb, and so on. You could say they are better writers than people who don't understand those things. Whereas writing is merely an expression of thoughts, probably on paper. And we have people who have better thoughts, who have better things to share, but they don't have those big grammars. Now, the essence of that writing is not in the big grammars. The essence of the writing is in the communication of ideas. And that's how education should be seen. Education should not be seen in the light of being complex and being modeled up into one big thing that people will now be cracking as a code. Education should be we understanding ourselves, we understanding our environment, and we understanding the actions that we take. It's like making us conscious of the unconscious actions we take outside the school environment. And with this, I will say thank you for watching that video. I would like to read your comments below, please. So please put down your comments and feel free to share. And in case you forgot to subscribe the other time, now is the best time to do it. So